Kia now has an all-electric three-row SUV. Meet the 2024 all-new Kia EV9. It's about the same size as the Telluride. I'm Maggie Clark, Motor City Maggie at the 2023 New York International Auto Show. Before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any of my automotive content. All right, let's take a look at the all-new Kia EV9. For power, we're looking at 429 for the horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque, and that's going to allow you to go 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. So it's going to be a super fast three-row all-electric SUV for the whole family. It will tow up to 5,000 pounds, and it's available in all-wheel drive. So we got some nice LED headlights, but a really interesting design here. We've got the lights kind of dabbling towards the center of the vehicle. Kind of an interesting choice. It does give it a futuristic, more modern look, but I don't know. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I do love the new Kia badge that Kia introduced a few years ago. It looks great. And underneath the hood, we do have a frunk. Since this is a pre-production prototype at the auto show, we do have some equipment and wiring that you can see, a power pack, but there is a decent amount of space in here. You could put your carry-out food in here. You could put your charging cord. You could put a purse, and of course it'll be lockable and stowable. So some extra storage for you right underneath that hood. Check this out. This right actually LiDAR. That is going to assist you in some of the advanced safety technologies that you will have, like pre-collision system with pedestrian detection and automatic emergency braking. So LiDAR is used to get a better sense of what is around you and have more visibility and better safety. And this is a stepping stone to autonomous technology. So a lot of vehicles, self-driving vehicles that you may see, have LiDAR on them. And as far as I know, LiDAR is a very expensive technology and you do not often see it. Pretty cool, Kia. There are two different wheel designs. This is on the GT line. It is a Cross or X design. These are 21-inch wheels, and let me show you the other wheel option. Now this is the Land SX trim level, and this is the other wheel design. This is kind of a triangular design. I prefer this look. I think this looks pretty cool. And the wheels are available as a 19-inch or 21-inch size. On the back end, we do have some funky LED light design. It says EV9 on the back left side, the nice Kia badge, and the GT line badge is quite small and not too splashy. We're gonna open this up and take a look at our cargo capacity. We have 81.9 cubic feet of storage available in the EV9. This is a decent amount of space, I think, for a family SUV. I can see a stroller fitting back here, a diaper bag, groceries, skateboard, sports equipment, things like that. And of course, you'll be able to lay the second row and third row seats down flat. And in this particular model, it is a 6-passenger. There's also a 7-passenger available with a bench seat in the center row, but we are seeing just 2 seats in that third row, which is going to give us more space. We don't have a tiny little seat shoved into the center there. And this means that we're going to have 4 latch systems. We're going to have 4 car seats that can fit inside of the EV9. So this is a 125-volt plug. It's super easy to lay the seats down. The third row, you just pull this tab right here, pop it down. Now the second row, you can actually fold down from the rear of the vehicle, and it is a power folding seat. So look at that. I just press a button and you can fold down the second row, and look at all of the cargo capacity you now have. The second and the third row seats line up really nicely, and you get a nice flat cargo space. Don't forget, you also have a little bit of storage underneath the floorboards, as well as a tire repair kit. We are inside of the Kia EV9 GT line, and this is a beautiful interior. Of course, you are drawn to the fact that it is a fully digital display. There are 2 12.3-inch touchscreen displays next to each other, but in the center here, we will have the HVAC controls right here. So unfortunately I don't have the key, I can't turn it on right now, but it looks really awesome when it is all turned on, and everything is digital. No buttons here except for a couple little buttons, if you can see right here in the dash, and these have haptic feedback. When you touch them, they vibrate a little bit, so that's cool to see. And you do have manual HVAC buttons right here, but otherwise we're pretty buttonless. I like this volume knob, that's kind of fun to play with. And we will have a heads-up display, and we will have a digital rear view camera. You can see a live camera feed in your digital rear view mirror. We have a beautiful steering wheel design. There is an LED light illuminating the Kia symbol on the center of the steering wheel when the vehicle is on. Really beautiful interior ambient light. And look at these seats. This is a really funky design. I don't know, not sure how I feel about the headrest. The headrest is giving me kind of alien vibes, but I do like the two-tone. I like the heated and ventilated option. We do have soft tech seats because it is a breathable leather substitute, a plant-based material, and it has the GT line logo stamped into that leatherette right there. Now in the center, we have our center console. Not very much storage here. I'm surprised for a family car. We don't really have much space to put belongings in this little bin right here. But we also have our wireless charging pad right here. I prefer when the wireless charging pad is exposed, because if it's here, it's a little difficult to take your phone in and out of. But it is a good safe place for the phone to be. It's not going to roll around, and it's also not going to distract you because it's out of your eye line. So that's good. We have some downhill assist control, parking assist sonar, and more camera monitors on these buttons. Look at this, we can roll this forward. We have two cup holders here. This took me a second to figure out. I didn't really understand what these buttons were for, but you can push this around, and then you have a much bigger space to put all of your drinks. If you have a giant water bottle, a Nalgene, a Yeti, of course we know the Stanley will fit into the regular size cup holder, but this is a nice big space if you don't have a typical cup holder size beverage. Right here we have some USB ports down below, 12 volts that unveils itself when you push in. And then I always love this in a family car, a big space that's open in between the two seats where you can put your purse. Because ladies, how many times do we sit inside a vehicle and we don't have a place for our purse? So look at this, we have a bin to put our bag. So 100 points goes to Kia for that design. I love it. Every vehicle should have a little space for your purse. So check this out. So the power button for the vehicle says EV, and it's under the steering wheel. It's a little hidden, it's a little hard to access, but I'm sure you get used to it. And the shifter is also right here next to the power button. So instead of it being on the center console, it's kind of a stalk that comes out of the steering wheel there. Here is the perspective of the driver. A lot of great buttons on the steering wheel. And then to the left of the steering wheel, let's take a look at these. We have a way to open your frunk, open your trunk, and we have our cooled and heated seat buttons, memory seat, heated steering wheel, and power folding seat buttons. So pretty convenient. And the Kia EV9 is outfitted with several Meridian speakers and a subwoofer. We've got a pretty spacious second row. This is with the two captain's chairs. We've got some nice armrests. And this is interesting, this hidden storage compartment. So you're gonna pull this out and you've got a nice little tray so you can put things there and they won't roll around, maybe like your AirPods or your phone. And then you can pop that open, and this is what I was missing. This is what I needed, was more center console storage. However, it's not really accessible as far as I can tell from the front of the vehicle, but it is nice that you do have this extra storage here. So I was looking for that. There's also seat back pockets, USB ports on the back of the first row seats, and there's buttons to move the passenger seat on the side of the passenger seat from the back seat. Now take a look at the beautiful panoramic moonroof. Oh, hang on now. I've got a footrest, and that's as far back as I can go. So my feet are kind of stuck underneath the first row, but it is quite relaxing. Now I'm going to go into the third row. So there are several ways to adjust the seats that you can see in the second row. And if you press the round button there will be a way to move the seat in the second row slowly, very slowly away so you can access the third row. And now I'm going to hop back here. I'm in the third row. I'm pretty comfortable. I have a heck of a lot of headroom. I'm 5'7", not a whole lot of leg room, but we could scoot up the second row seats a little bit to improve that. And we do have a nice cup holder, a couple little bins, and USB ports for the third row. So that was the all-new 2024 Kia EV9. We don't have pricing yet, but Kia does say that this vehicle will hit the streets in late 2023. It will be manufactured in West Point, Georgia, so hopefully that means that it will qualify for federal tax incentives. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you leave me a like and a nice comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my automotive content. Until next time, motor on. Bye.